Okay, I have the pulley up real high right here, and the belt is actually going to come out through here is the reason why I cut this out. And the alternator will sit right here, which will be under the seat. And I'm going to try using this electric PTO system as the drive system. I'm going to have to run a pulley from here, and I'm going to mount a double pulley on top of this. So I'll have a belt from here to one half of the pulley, from the other half of the pulley back to the transmission back there in the back, and I'll have to have a belt tensioner on either one of them. But this will hopefully allow me to be able to keep both belts tensioned at all time. And I'm going to try to rig up a button, a drive button that will engage this, but that's yet to be seen how that works. I may completely toss that idea out and start over again. But let me get a little further on it and we'll see what we can do. What this piece is right here is from a lawnmower blade. It's the jack shaft from the blade. This piece here had the bearing on it that went down, and then had the pulley up here close to the top. Well, I needed a double pulley, so what I had to do is this piece right here has splines in it, and I had to drill it out a little bit and then press it down onto the shaft further, down onto this collar area right here. And then this one I had to cut, on both of these I had to cut this collar off. It had a piece like this on there, and I had to cut that down smaller where they would both go on there, because I needed a double pulley. So what this will actually do is, this one's still splined, so it goes down right against that one. Then I can put the lock washer and the nut back on here. And then this piece, I have this piece here, this piece of angle, and what this will actually do is mount into this. Then I'll have holes in the back of here to be able to mount it into the frame. So let me get these holes drilled and then get this mounted, and we'll see what that looks like. What I've been working with here is I didn't have any way of fastening these pieces right here to the shaft. I was going to drill a hole, put some sort of pin in there, but what I did is I welded a keyway, or a key, in there to fit into the keyway. It's not the prettiest welds, but I got the other side done already. I don't know if we can tell anything about it or not. Well, just a bunch of nasty welds. But that's what I did, is I actually cut a slot, cut a groove in this piece right here, put the piece of key down in there, and then welded it in. So hopefully yep, slides right on there. Gotta put the hub back on now. Okay, got the hub back on. I have my double pulley just clamped in place right now. The way I've got it lined up is the belt will go from here to the bottom pulley, and then from the top pulley back to the transmission. And thank goodness I'll have a little more light in here now. I added an extra light so it'll show up better on video. And then also I have this in here, another future project. It's an early 70s Cub Cadet. I've taken the deck out from underneath it. It's been changed to this is actually the same motor as what's on the semi. It's a Kohler MV18 twin cylinder 18 horsepower motor. It come out factory with a horizontal shaft motor on it, and it's been converted to this, and I've taken the deck out from underneath it. I'm thinking about making it into like a pulling tractor type thing at some point. But let's get back to the mini semi. So right now I need to try to find some belts that are somewhere close to these lengths, and I have a whole bunch of them, so I'm going to go through my stash and see if I have any of them anywhere close to these sizes. Alright, I have these brackets right here that I'm going to put onto the pipe. That will give me something to screw the body panels to. It'll be flat. And I made a jig right here with the 3/4 plywood on it for spacing reference. And if I put this right against there, that gives me my back spacing. So these will go on like this, and then I will screw the plywood to it when I get ready to it. Uh-oh. Alright, close your eyes, Alex.
Is it over?
Well, I'm not doing a very good job of holding everything. Alright.
I thought it was over. Apparently it wasn't.
Alright, I got it on there. Alright, I'm going to go around and just get them tacked on for right now. But I'll have one at the bottom, one about midways up, and then one up toward the top. And I'll actually have some up here all the way around it. I'll have to do every panel, even on these panels here. I'll have little pieces on there. So I'm going to go through and get several of these welded on there, tacked on there, and I'll have to lower this down where I can get to the top ones, but I'll go around the bottom and get them on first, and we'll check back in just a little bit. This is basically what the brackets are going to do. They're going to be welded on there like that to where I can screw the body panels onto. This is how I'm putting them up. Clamping the board on there, that's giving me my spacing. Clamping it on this end and clamping it on the other end. Today I got a couple of sheets of plywood out here that I'm going to use for the body panels on the side of the mini semi. I got 2 sheets screwed together because when I cut this out, I want to cut both sides at it one time, because each side is going to be a mirror image of the other side. I've got a door laid out with a window in it. I've got another window up here in the sleeper part, and I've got a big access door that will be access to the motor, but it'll just look like a door for access panel to under the sleeper. It's basically about half of a sheet long. I think it's 48.5 inches long. It's not this full sheet. So I'll get that cut off first, get it cut down to size, and I'll start cutting all these pieces out here. It's a little cool out here this morning. It's in the like upper 30s, low 40s. A lot of you guys from up north are going to say, why, oh, poor baby. It's kind of cold to us Tennessee guys. But anyway, we're out here in the driveway, not enough room in the shop, and plus all the dust. I don't have all that dust all over the inside of my shop. So I'll start with getting the length cut off, and then I'll start cutting out all these individual pieces. It'll be a lot of pieces and not much left of the basic body of it when I get done with it. But let's get started. Now maybe you can see a little bit better about what we got with a door with a window in it. And a window up at the top. And there's the access panel down at the bottom. I got a handsaw all these corners out, and I'll get it all cut out, and you can see what we got. Well, after I cut everything out, that's all that's left. Of course, this will be window right here. The piece I cut out of here I'll use for the door to go back. Of course, I cut the door out of here. There's the door pieces with the window in it. Now I've got to come through here, and I've got to 45 these edges. I'll take the two pieces apart, and I've got to 45 the edges all the way around the outside, and you'll see why I'm going to do that. Got the two side panels on. Still a little bit hard to tell what it's going to be, but I'm making progress.